Good morning, good morning, good morning.
Good morning, everyone.
How are y'all doing today? This is Luke 1817.
This is Moel.
It's been it's been a long time,
Mm-hmm.
but we back in this thing. And we're feeling pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
I think so. How you feeling this morning?
I'm mellow.
You mellow?
Mm-hmm.
Mellow mood.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, me too. So we're gonna jump right into this thing because we already way, way behind. So we're gonna go ahead and just take off on this show. And we're gonna jump right into it. This is the Love Chronicles. Y'all already know we've been introducing topics of love and discussions of love and relationships, romance, stuff like that. So we're gonna jump right in. We have questions as normal, and they're gonna be answered today in a timely fashion. Because we know y'all got busy schedules, as do we. We're going to get in here and get this thing going. So, what has love been doing for you over the past week?
Well, I could say self-love because, I'm single. Self-love has been teaching me a lot more about myself.
Mm-hmm.
I'm way more patient and understanding. And I do know, my likes and dislikes.
I see.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Those are good points. So,
What about you?
what has love done for me this week?
Mm-hmm.
Love has actually brought me through.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not gonna lie. Sometimes we got to be honest when we're on the radio. And this past couple of weeks been rocky.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
It's been rocky. It's been a lot going on.
Mm-hmm.
So I really feel like love has been that kind of like staple or stitching that's like holding mindset together.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Keep from going off the deep end type thing.
Okay.
So love has been a blessing for me. Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah.
I love that for you.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So it should have been a blessing for you too now. You have new things going on.
I do. I have a lot of new things going on.
So, I'm pretty sure you love that
That's
you're
why
having
I'm
these
focusing
things.
on self.
I understand. Today we have Milo's tea that is keeping us up and energetic.
I had a Red Bull.
She had a Red Bull Tropical. So it ain't hit her yet. But when it do,
It'll hit me later on.
it'll hit you later on. So our topic today is the continuation of the Love Chronicles. And we have questions that are centered around that topic. So Ms. Moel is going to go ahead and take over the show and introduce those topics. And then we're going to go into answering those questions for you guys.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. So my question for you guys and for you is pretty much, is it ever acceptable to cheat in a relationship?
You said, is it ever acceptable to cheat?
I'm guessing it's asking okay, when would it be acceptable?
Acceptable.
Whether it's like emotional cheating or physical.
That's a good question. Because if you're ever pushed to a point where you have to do that, is it still cheating? If say for instance, if your partner pushes you to a place where you don't feel what you felt before, you're not getting what you got before. Is that grounds to go do your thing?
No.
You don't think that's grounds to go do your thing?
If y'all still gonna be in a relationship, no, because a relationship is about you being with that person.
Also, if you're continuing forward, if you know you're going to continue forward with that person, then that's a no-no. What about if you make up your mind that you're not going to?
Then break it off.
Then break it off? I see.
Break it off, then go do your thing.
Break it off first, then go do your thing. So you're ultimately saying cheating is a no-no. Cheating is a no-no. This is what Moel is saying. Have you ever cheated?
Have I ever cheated on someone? No.
You never
Physically,
cheated?
no.
But emotionally?
I will say probably emotionally. With my last relationship, I probably emotionally cheated.
What's the difference?
Well, I feel like emotional cheating is like kind of like physical, but it's just, dang, it's hard to explain. But
Okay.
it's hard to explain. But I feel like what happened was in my relationship, everything was good. It felt like everything was good. Like we never really had an argument or anything. But I just feel like once that person came back, like started like trying to reach out and stuff, I don't know. I felt I was just being cordial because I don't really have any bad blood with anyone.
Mm.
So unless you really push me that way, but I don't really have any bad blood with people. So I feel like I was being cordial, but at the same time, because in reality, if I'm in a relationship with you, I'm in a relationship with you. But if you were just like an outsider or like somebody from way back in the past, those feelings aren't still there for you when it comes to me.
Oh, when it
So
comes
I'll
to
be
you,
cordial with you, but I won't be romantic with you, if that makes sense.
I see.
Mm-hmm.
So then, what would have led to cheating? Then, if there's no romance,
I feel like, what in my situation,
well, the situation you're talking about.
what led to it,
Well, how would romance be a part of it if there's no feelings? Like you're just being cordial only.
it wouldn't affect it or anything. I was just being cordial.
So then, how you cheat? You didn't cheat.
Well, from that person's perspective, like my boyfriend at the time, he was like, "Well, you shouldn't even really be talking to him if he's an ex and y'all don't have no feelings for each other."
Mm.
I'm like, "You can be cordial with somebody and not have no feelings for them. Like that's just like having like a business relationship.
But
Your
you,
coworkers, you talk to them, but you don't like them."
but you said emotional cheating though. You felt like you were.
I feel like in a way I was.
See, this the thing. Let me.
What?
This the thing right here. Okay, and I gotta be honest because I gotta look this way because I know you gonna disagree with me. But the gray area, that which cannot be solidly defined,
Right.
gets a lot of people in trouble.
Mm-hmm.
Even as you're talking right now, you're talking in the gray area.
Yeah, because I don't know how to describe it. Like I didn't have any romantic feelings for him.
Mm.
I feel like in a way it kind of to some degree was emotional cheating because I mean he was a dude. I was already in a relationship, so it was like what led me to the point to talk to him after what led me to the point to actually reply.
To reply in the first place.
Mm-hmm.
I see what you're saying. But even still, you said because he was a dude, so that's anybody that could get to that point, right? So you shouldn't be.
Which kind of confuses me because it's like if I'm just talking to you and being cordial, I'm just talking to you. This is me, my opinion. Okay. If I'm talking to you, I'm being cordial. But I feel like from a relationship stance or from someone else, like on the outside looking in, it would be considered emotional cheating because the only other dude I'm supposed to be talking to in this relationship is my boyfriend.
Okay. Okay, I understand where you're coming from.
Mm-hmm.
So, segue question. Not really, but kinda.
Okay.
So, if the only person you're supposed to be talking to is your boyfriend only, how do you handle having to navigate life with other people around you? Like, you know what I mean? Are you essentially saying you're married?
I feel like that's what some people, when they're courting,
Right.
they are in that mind frame already. And the same thing, in the same instance, like we're not married. So I can't just shut off everybody else in just communication standpoint because you could really have some type of ill will. We're still figuring each other out. So I honestly just feel like it's based on the person you're in a relationship with.
So each situation is kind of different. That's that gray area.
Yeah, it's gray areas, like my jacket, gray.
Why can't things be black and white?
I don't know. I thought I was going for the black and white approach because, like I said, I'm a transparent person. So if I'm in a relationship with you, I'm gonna tell you, okay, hey, yeah, this is my ex. We talk cordially, but that's about it. Or like, for example, I feel like another thing that kind of made him leave was I was pretty much telling him about my friend. Now, my friend at a certain time in her life, she has like professed some type of feelings towards me. And me personally, I'm like, okay, well, I don't like girls, so I'm sorry. I'm flattered, but I don't like women. So I honestly do not see you as someone I would be romantic with.
Mm-hmm.
And we was okay with, like, we moved on from there. But I still feel like since I told him that, in my being transparent, he took it as, oh, she ain't telling me the whole thing. She ain't telling me the truth. And I'm like, it's what it is, but I've told you everything you need to know about me. I didn't hide anything.
Mm. I see. So where would he get that from?
Where would he get it from?
Well, we're supposed to be sticking to the question. I'm segueing.
It's okay.
But at the same time, I'm kind of curious.
Mm-hmm.
So where would he feel like it would even be an issue that you weren't telling the whole truth if you've never dealt with women or dealt like that in that way before? Like there's no action towards that.
I don't know. For some reason, I feel like a lot of people see me as a woman who likes women just because of how I carry myself and because I'm like transparent. Because I've gotten this like 3 times this year. I got it from my teacher and 2 of my classmates.
Mm-hmm.
And it was like, oh, we think you might be a little bi. I'm like, I'm not. I'm straight. Like, just because I'm transparent, I'm upfront, that may be seen as masculine, but it's also feminine. I do it in a feminine way. So I don't see where you would get that from.
You know, it's kind of hard to navigate. We see you as bi because reality is it seems like so many people are participating in that that society just wants everybody to be that way.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So, because I'll be out in public, right? Mm-hmm. And you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, the flamboyant gay type dudes, they be looking at me. That made me feel a way, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, bro, that energy don't go to everybody, because the minute you step to me, now I'm gonna get hostile. Because first of all, you already know how I be thinking about stuff. But then secondly, it's like you can't force that type of mindset on everybody. You know what I mean?
They doing it to the kids.
Never mind. I'm not gonna go off. Go ahead, because you're right. They are doing that to the children every day, especially Disney World. But we ain't gonna talk about that.
Disney is a whole rant in itself.
Yes, it is.
Okay, so the second question would be: is an open relationship possible if you ever wanted one? An
open relationship. What is the definition of an open relationship?
Let's look it up.
Okay.
Open relationships meaning. All right, so open relationship. Ooh, this is very controversial. Okay, so one of them says a marriage or relationship in which both partners agree that they can have sexual relations with others.
Really? That's the definition of an open relationship. So it's sex based.
Pretty much.
So the two people participating are in love with each other, I'm guessing?
Allegedly.
And they're allowing their partner to go out and go do what they want and come back home. So they're swingers.
We're in that type of culture, though, if you noticed. Yeah,
I know. Oh, man. So look, there's these groups on Facebook, right? And I pay attention to them groups because they keep popping up in my feed thing or whatever. So Houston, they have this meetup thing where there's the couple, the man and the husband and wife or whatever, and then they create a profile and go on there, and they're actually looking for what's called a unicorn. You ever heard of that? And a bull. Right. So more married couples, I'm talking about they're actively seeking other people to include in their situation. This is a thing. Yeah. I've never heard of that before. Not like that. And it's all black people. It's freaking weird. So, and then, you know, when you pay attention, because we can talk about sex tape. We can talk about that too. But we're going to talk about that. But when you look at the sexual immorality that's all around us now, it's like what are the children even learning anymore? Because these are married couples. That used to be a wholesome thing. You know what I mean? And they're both like, oh man, baby, go over there and go talk to her. And then the wife like, I want to bring him home. And the husband like, I want to watch. What I look like? I mean, from my mind, letting another grown man come into my house and do that to my wife, and I'm gonna sit there and watch it. I'm gonna watch it.
It's real out here.
And then next week, it's gonna be another dude coming through there, and I'm gonna sit there and watch it.
That might be the reason why all these marriages are ending in divorce. 85%.
85, but it's been that way. No,
I feel like it's more rapid now because you got to think about it. Nobody really makes it over 2 years.
Yeah, once you say I do, it don't really go that long. It don't go the distance like it used to.
It don't.
15, 30 years, 40 years.
Man.
Yeah.
My
That
parents
is
got
true.
good 40 years on this. 40 years.
They was
marriage.
putting up with each other for 40
years.
years.
And counting.
Because you don't hear that no more.
You don't.
You don't.
You say, oh, I'm on my third wife. Third wife? You're only 27.
Damn.
What are you doing?
Marriage seems like sport.
That's what it seems like now.
Is that the no? Let me take that back. Not sport, because you gotta be honest and define things. It seems like marriage has become a game of beta, and what I mean by that is that because there are a lot of men out here that don't have access to women, but they know so many women desire to be married. So they go get married just to have access to the woman. Then in normal fashion, once they get tired of doing that with her, now they dump her and they go to the next one.
Pretty much.
And vice versa. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of women out here seek to be taken care of. You know what I mean? So a lot of the men that don't get access to women, they don't have nothing else to do but work and collect money. So they go get married. Then when you decide you don't like them no more, now dump him and go to the next one.
And don't forget the alimony they get. They collect the alimony when they done. And go on to the next one. Or get child support and go on to the next one.
And go on to the next one.
It's a game.
It's a game. That's why I ain't been married yet. Just being honest. That's why I haven't been married yet. And people try to scold me and reprimand me, but for what?
I'm not gonna waste all that money. Just get.
That's the first amen. I like to learn people before I move forward with them.
I did too.
You know what I mean? Because I want to know what I'm getting into. Okay, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Okay. So the third one says, can you love more than one person romantically at the same time?
Love more. So the key word is romantically. Because I think you can love more than one person at once. Yeah. Because, it's different factors going to that. Because like you love your children.
Yeah.
Right. I noticed it's agape love, and then you have it's different types of love that you can give.
Conditional, unconditional.
Right. Conditional, unconditional. So a lot of unconditional love goes towards friends, family members, stuff like that. Conditional love you find more in relationships.
You do, which is crazy.
That is crazy. You find conditional love in the places that it's not supposed to be, and unconditional love in places that it's not supposed to be. But the agape love covers things that are, how does that work? Like a dog, like how you have a puppy and that puppy is dependent on you. So it creates a level of agape love, right? The same thing with a child or an elderly family member that may come around, that agape love, right? So it's non-sexual. So I think you can love more than one person, but not romantically, because to love and give of yourself in love in that way, it makes the connections weaker.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it's impossible to love multiple people while having sex with those same multiple people, spending time with those, because you get tired.
Right.
You get drained.
Sex was supposed to be to consummate a marriage. So I feel like that goes into like soul ties and stuff like that. Like you out here spreading the ego for everybody, but you're not married to them. A piece of you is going with them.
What is marriage to you?
Marriage to me
Mhm.
is like that old fashioned love. Like I love you and you only when it comes to like romance.
Mhm.
I'm with you, like the vows say, through sickness and health, rich or poor. Like we ride for each other till the end.
Mhm.
I don't
Mhm.
know what it is nowadays. I feel like now it's just a business transaction.
That's what it seems like. More so of a business transaction.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe somebody text me in line with what we talking about. Let's take a look.
Maybe.
Let's see what we got here, because you never know. Oh, okay. No, not yet. Not yet. Hold on.
Okay.
So, for marriage, for me,
Mm-hmm.
I've always looked at marriage as if it's everything that's nonverbal.
Mm-hmm.
Without this, marriage is supposed to happen without the signatures.
Right.
You know what I mean? Without the contract.
Mm-hmm.
So marriage is an marriage
Mhm.
is an energetic
Mm-hmm.
connection.
Mm-hmm.
The way that it's described
Mhm.
through sickness and health, through richer and poor,
Mm-hmm.
through this and that. Those are all, that's ups and
Highs
downs.
and lows. Mhm.
That's frequency.
Mm-hmm.
So the energy has to be congruent
Mm-hmm.
for there to be one flesh.
Mm-hmm.
And then after that, you call that marriage, because you're supposed to walk together as one thing,
Mm-hmm.
right? And walk forward as one thing. So that's called marriage.
Mm-hmm.
Then you may put a contract on there to define things or for legalities. That's how people get them prenups and all that,
Mm-hmm.
you know. But marriage is supposed to be the unseen
Mm-hmm.
first.
Mm-hmm.
You have to have a connection with the person that you're planning to spend the rest of your life with.
You have to. You gotta be more than 6.
It has to be way more than that. You know what I mean? And the bond, though sometimes bonds get weak,
Mm-hmm.
the bond has to be durable
Mm-hmm.
and unshaky,
Mm-hmm.
in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
True love doesn't happen all the time. It's not.
Mhm.
It's not something that you can just throw at this person, throw at that person, throw at that person. It's rare.
Mm-hmm.
So when I say I love you,
Mm-hmm.
or I'm falling down into the heart space to say I love you,
Mm-hmm.
then that means that your essence has been taken to the internal, inside of my body.
Mm-hmm.
So that's a fire that I decided to light for
Mhm.
that person.
Mm-hmm.
And if that person decides to light that fire for me, then no matter what we go through in life,
Mm-hmm.
the marriage will always remain supreme because of that connection,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Mm-hmm.
What you said, 85%?
85%.
Most of those people haven't created or established a bond.
They ain't been together that long. They haven't courted.
Mm.
Most
That
people
is-
date for like a month or like less than a year and be like, oh, yeah, I want to marry you. You're still in the honeymoon stage. They still showing you their representative. They're not showing you their true self.
Facts.
Like the old folks say, you really start knowing somebody once you start living with them. So
That's facts. Do you wash the dishes every day?
do you
Do you wash your ass? So
do you brush your teeth and tongue?
because that's important.
Do you lift the toilet seat when you pee?
You have to.
Some people don't do that.
That's etiquette.
Some people don't have etiquettes.
Listen, don't be getting married and you know you nasty. Don't do that now.
The thermostat. Do you like it hot or cold? Because people in real life get into arguments about this.
About the AC unit?
Yeah, she's either too hot or too cold, and he's like just chilling. And
I like it cold.
I like it cold too. So I really feel like whoever I marry, you gotta like it cold.
That's
Or
crazy
have
that
to.
people get into stuff over there. But you know what?
Mm-hmm.
When you're not compatible,
Mm-hmm.
that's the type of things that happen. Because you can either take a situation.
Mm-hmm.
Let's say we get into an argument right now.
Mm-hmm.
We can take that argument, or we can take those heavy feelings on ourselves,
Mm-hmm.
and we can turn them into something negative and say, you know what, the hell with you, and walk separate ways.
Mm-hmm.
Or we can look at each other and laugh,
Mm-hmm.
and we can make light of the situation,
Right.
and then we can go about with solutions.
Mm-hmm.
So most of these people don't know how to find solutions because, like you said,
Mm-hmm.
they don't really know each other.
Or they just want it their way. They
Or
don't
they
want to
selfish.
compromise. Mm-hmm.
Selfish.
Marriage is about compromise, 100%.
What does compromise mean? We gotta look up
Come
compromise.
to an agreement on something. It
So-
can't be one sided. But I look at the definition.
Can it be one sided, back and forth? You know what I mean? Is that
Yeah.
still compromise? That's compromise, ain't it?
The definition of it says an agreement or settlement of a dispute that is reached by each side making concessions. To settle a dispute by mutual concession, to accept standards that are lower than is desired.
To accept standards that are beneath you.
To bring into dispute or danger by indiscreet, foolish, or reckless behavior. To cause to become more vulnerable or function less effectively. That's deep.
So to compromise, somebody has to make themselves vulnerable to the other person.
The last one says finding the middle ground between you and your partner's wishes, habits, or preferences.
So compromise is pretty much solution based, but somebody has to concede.
Yeah, somebody got to come down.
Somebody has to
Somebody
come
has
down.
to settle.
Interesting.
Like to the thermostat type thing. I feel like it's certain solutions you can do. Like for example, if I was too hot and my person was cold, I would do different things before I just go make the whole house cold. I would literally go lift a window, change clothes, get a fan, something before I'm just like, okay, it's just too hot in here. Like, because that's something small. But you take it for some different, some other else relationship, they'll have a whole move out and all that type stuff because they just feel like that person's either selfish or they don't want to compromise.
Or they didn't want to be there in the first place.
Right.
They were using them. That was just the reason to leave. Boy, this world got so sticky, man. Sticky. Like, the way people think is important, to the environment that we see. But the way we think is like, I don't even know how to describe. It's like the sewer. It's like we have sewer brain. Everything is nasty. Everything is corroded, You don't know what to trust or what to believe in. Like, and you can really get lost out here following the ways of the world. That's wild. But it leads to things. To see what's going on around us, it leads you in a certain direction. You guard your heart more.
You do.
So you're slower to allow the love vibration to come in, especially if it's meant to heal. I'm guilty of that. I've been guilty of that. You know what I'm saying? Interesting. Okay, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Just thinking out loud.
Is it okay to have secrets in a relationship?
Yes. Yes, I think so. I think so. You do not want to know every single thing your partner is. There's no way.
What you mean?
There's
if
no
I'm
way.
finna get married to you, I need to know everything about you.
Every little detail of every little thing you want to know.
I don't need to know when the last time you pooped. Of course not. But I need to know your background. Do you have a criminal history?
You can look.
Do you have a lust for children? Like, what's going on? I need to know.
That's corrosion. That ain't
That's
no
corrosion.
secret.
It's people out here lying about if they a sex predator or not. Yeah. The conversations I have with people who get in my car, wow. That's all I have to say. For example, since I'm pretty sure y'all want to know, y'all knows it just like me. This girl got in my car and she just started rambling. At first I was like, okay, she would have been one of those. She finna be one of those. But when I started listening to her, she was like, yeah, my ex left me because he had sex with my dad. And I was like,
What?
What? How old are you? How old is your dad? When was this?
Hold on. With my whistle. So wait a minute now, because the tea got thick. You can put a little too much chamomile in that tea.
Hey, I'm just saying.
So you mean to tell me what?
And they were married at the time. She was married to her ex. She's only like 20, so I'm guessing this happened like recently. She's in the military. So she was just like, yeah, my ex-husband, we broke up because, he had sex with my dad and I didn't even know. And then she said something else. And I was like, wait a minute.
So
that wasn't the straw that broke the camel's back? Like, you still I don't know, girl. I just was
So
like, wow.
So you went and married a man and you didn't know he was gay?
But you said secrets are okay. He could be secretly in the closet.
I'm not talking about them kind of secrets. Now, when you meet somebody, you supposed to disclose your sexuality. Now that's
People don't do that. They lying about their genders out here.
facts. They are. You see what I'm saying? It's sewer brain. This is rot. It's rotten. It's rotten.
This is modern day Sodom and Gomorrah.
Thank you. So now I'm not the only one that's done said it.
Mm-hmm.
That's two people. And God said where two people come together and agree at.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right, cool. Wow. Are your children safe?
I don't think they are. It makes me want to homeschool my children.
That's horrible.
That's horrible.
Because you got to think because let's be honest, 21, 22, okay, I get it. You think you grown, but you're not grown. So let's put the cookie where the cookie back in the jar. That was her dad.
Yeah.
Her dad pursued him because he's the younger. So the reality is that your dad is the issue. I mean, your husband the issue too. Let's move on. What's the next question, man? We go. That's crazy, man.
You ask for these controversial questions now.
That's crazy.
Okay, to keep our relationship strong, what type of weekly or monthly traditions should we engage in?
To keep the relationship strong, I think there should be words of affirmation. Definitely. I think that there should be moments of reconnection at times where you felt peak love interest with this person. You know what I'm saying? Even if it could be a random phone call, anything, you know what I'm saying? Sending them random music or whatever, you know what I'm saying, that y'all both like it. It's certain things that that can create that bond. But my question to that is, are bonds even really respected anymore? Because it seems like the minute you get upset or get mad at a person, or out here in the world in anyway, you get upset, you get mad at a person, that's the reason to, you know what I mean? Oh, I'm mad, you made me mad, so.
I feel like people nowadays live in like this Hallmark fantasy of what love is supposed to be. Like, oh, if you love me, you won't make me mad. We won't disagree. We won't, do all this other stuff. But love it goes in waves. Like, you gonna have high, low, you gonna have low. Shoot, all these older couples, they will tell you, like, it's moments they did not stand each other, but they ain't leave.
Nah, that's true. Nah, I gotta be honest, because I've asked elder men about marriage and, like, you know what I'm saying, what's an appropriate age to get married and all that kind of stuff. And a lot of them told me that if they had it to do all over again, they wouldn't have got married. Just being honest.
Then what's keeping them there?
Whatever reasons that they developed inside of them to stay.
There got to be some type of emotion involved.
I think it was more so what people would think, because a lot of them were like vested in church and their family was a staple in the community type thing, and people's always coming to their house all the time, like that type of thing. So you create that in that world around you that it makes it like it's impossible to break out of. So you stay.
So you stay in an unhappy situation if you're not happy.
I mean, a lot of women have done it. A lot of men do it. They say, I love her.
That's toxic.
That is toxic.
Why would you stay if you're unhappy? If I can't stand the sight of you every morning, why would I just want to stay there?
Because of
on top of other things.
But some people really take to heart that contract. I said I'm going to be here for this, that, and the third, right? Because
that's what real marriage is.
So then,
till death do us part.
And you done signed the paperwork. So that man can look like a whatever. You know what I'm saying? A rotten meat patty to you every day. You still got it, but you sign that paperwork. And some people stick by their word.
When I get married, let me tell you something. Whoever I get married to, that's going to be my man till the day I am in 6 feet under somewhere.
How you know?
Because it's going to be my man.
What if he changed his heart?
If he changed his heart, then guess what? If it's my real husband, like the one
What does
that
that mean?
I'm
There go that
talking
gray
about,
area.
one that's going to be that's gonna ride or die like the old school. We just in it till we together forever,
Okay.
forever.
You out here in 2023 now.
I am.
You know how flimsy these things are.
Yes.
Okay. So you have to first find that person.
I ain't finding nobody.
So then how you go? Okay, now look, see, there go the gray area again.
It's not.
How? Okay, how is that not gray area?
We can take this biblical. Okay.
Go ahead.
He that finds a wife. I'm not finding nobody.
I feel that. So you just sitting here in the meantime?
I'm just doing me, chilling.
You just doing you.
Mm-hmm.
So then what is going to attract that person to you in that way? You said you're looking for, well, not even looking for, right? Because you said you ain't finding nobody.
Mm-hmm.
So you're expecting.
Mm-hmm.
You're expecting.
You gotta expect the expected.
Expect the unexpected.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You know that's gray area, right?
Why y'all? I feel like y'all like literally think I just sit around and be like, oh, my man's gonna come.
Fall out of
You
tree.
gotta at least vibrate that high and to attract you. I go to the grocery store. I don't be looking any kind of way when I go. But I go to the grocery store. I go to school. I'm, out and about, looking pleasant. So I ain't out here with no bonnet on and all. I'm just saying. This is a head wrap.
Oh, that's not a bonnet.
No. Let's not do that.
Okay. Oh, you're right. That is a head wrap. My bad. So, sir, whoever you are out there.
He may not even be out here online. He may not see
You don't
me
know.
online.
Somebody could share this, and that person could be like, you know what? I'm that guy that she described.
Okay, well, share, y'all.
You know what I'm saying?
We
So
can play
y'all make
Love
sure y'all
Connection.
share this video. Hey, I mean, of course, since you telling people to jump in my inbox, what's the word?
Well,
Without precaution. Yeah.
Because, you said you put it out there what kind of woman you wanted. So
No,
I
I
was like,
didn't.
well, shoot, you did. Because you described the traits and everything. It was part of our questions.
I said, wait a minute. Now, hold on now. Because that day was not a means to open invitation to my inbox.
It was, y'all. Don't play. It was.
So,
If
sir,
you got feels for the boy, go ahead and slide in.
don't slide nothing in my DMs because my DMs are locked. I don't even have Messenger.
You lying.
I don't have Messenger after today.
Not you fibbing on air.
What?
Shame on you, fibbing on air.
It was a white lie. It was a white.
We
white
just
privilege
talked
lie.
about lies.
You're right.
Anyways,
That was a white privilege lie.
can past infidelity be fully forgiven and forgotten in a relationship? Yes or no?
No.
And why not?
Okay. I say no.
Mm-hmm.
There are some people that feel that it should be.
Mm-hmm.
And that saying no to that thing creates an air of immaturity.
Mm-hmm.
Right? But I feel like this is my truth moment.
Mm-hmm.
Is that once you go there, that it's difficult to come back or to navigate your way back to the place you were before that.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Because now it's like, it feels like it's more of it's pressure to be back like we were again after that act has been committed.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, but how?
Mm-hmm.
How can that be when this is what I see? You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like, this happened and now I see that. So how can that be a thing? How can we go back to before that happened when
You gotta start over.
would you be willing to start over
Who, me? With my person?
with your person? Like if infidelity happened and he's like, well, let's start over.
It depends on what happened.
That's gray area.
No, it's not.
So if it depends on what happened. So full blown everything. Talking, meeting up, all that. Sex, all that. No?
I can forgive you. I
But
can even
you-
forget it.
But you
I'm
can't
not going
continue.
back. No.
Why not?
Because if we were communicating effectively, stuff would have never happened. It would never happen. Most relationships, most people cheat because of what? Communication.
Yeah, that's true.
Mm-hmm.
Communication rule the nation.
Mm-hmm.
That's facts.
Mm-hmm.
I agree with you.
I'm deep.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. It's deep
More,
today.
more of her snaps.
Deep
That
on
was
my
deep today.
Deep on my Red Bull.
Oh yeah, the Red Bull kicking in. Nice. Okay. Next one.
All right. Is it possible for little words, Danielle? Okay. Is it possible for a relationship to survive without physical intimacy?
Is it I'm gonna say yes.
Mm-hmm.
And the reason I'm gonna say yes is because I've seen a few couples
Mm-hmm.
where one of the person may be disabled
Mm-hmm.
or something happened,
Mm-hmm.
and they can't perform that way, or people have just they're old. They got together when they were older,
Mm-hmm.
and so I think that those things are real. Like you can actually love somebody enough
Mm-hmm.
to never engage in sex with them, but you just love that person. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I feel like a lot of people take advantage of those people that love like that, though.
Yeah.
I really do. And so, yeah, I think you can. But, again, it's one of those, because we're in this new age of thinking, a person will get with that person like, oh, yeah, that's cool. We don't have to have sex. That's fine. But the whole time they know they got somebody that they're doing that stuff with.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's kind of not, let's be honest, man. Sex is a human, it flows with the normal function of the body.
Mm-hmm.
So if you go long enough without it, you know what I'm saying? Everybody gonna look good.
Yeah.
Especially when your sex drive is high.
Mm-hmm.
So you have a higher sex drive and you're out here 2-3 months, a few weeks or whatever, and you haven't. And notice, you can do the experiment. You can get your release with your person or whatever, and then just purposely just chill for however long that takes. And then you'll notice that the conversations will get a little bit friendlier. The world starts opening up because that sexual energy is searching. It's always searching because the will to reproduce is the strongest will that we have in our body. It's stronger than the need for food, for water, for everything, the need to reproduce. So if you withhold that, like how people be talking about something, they celibate this, that, and third. If you withhold that energy long enough, that energy will start to play tricks on your mind.
You don't think people can be celibate?
I didn't say that they couldn't.
It's your face expression when you said that.
I think it's rare that people can actually do that. It's rare. Without trauma. If a person is sexually active, they say, you know what, I don't want to have sex no more, but they never had no type of trauma, but they're a sexual person, it's normally a trauma thing that makes people go into that space. Oh, I don't want to do that no more. I'm good on that. All these men just keep using me and don't never commit, so I'm celibate now.
What if they're like on a fast type situation? Like, what if it's spiritual?
That's true. But let's be honest.
What?
Let's be honest. Okay.
I feel like it's attainable.
Oh, yeah, it's attainable. It definitely is.
But I feel like also sex is kind of like it blinds you of things.
Oh, what you mean?
Like, you know how like you in the honeymoon stage of a relationship,
Mm-hmm.
and then y'all being sexually active. I feel like it keeps blinding you. It keeps like put you in this state where the person looks like that perfect person in that stage. But if you go without it, and then if you really just start noticing the relationship, it may get a little toxic. But I feel like it's just you seeing who that real person really is.
But then that also defines whether you truly love them or not.
It could.
You think so? Guess y'all got to experiment and see out there in the world, see what happens.
Get your experiment on.
So it allows you to see the person. So then if you're not having sex with them during the honeymoon stage, then it's not the honeymoon stage then. It's literally like you're looking at that person as they are.
No, not like, wait, what honeymoon? I'm talking like the honeymoon stage, like y'all first started out dating.
Right.
Like that puppy love stage.
And then you just stop having sex with that person.
Mm-hmm.
And now you're able to see them fully.
Mm-hmm.
Thank God.
Might I'm like a long distance relationship.
Thank God.
What?
Huh? No, I mean for real. Because that's that in that space you gain clarity.
Mm-hmm.
Clarity of mind, like,
Mm-hmm.
you know, really to be able to see a person who they are
Mm-hmm.
based on the triggers. I'm not gonna lie to you, like going without makes people angry.
It is.
It can get you like aggressive
Mm-hmm.
because that's that hunter spirit.
Mm-hmm.
So you get aggressive and you start telling the truth
Mm-hmm.
because there's no connection that way when it
Mhm.
comes to the sexual relation.
Mm-hmm.
You start telling more truthful things.
Mm-hmm.
Then you start letting your personality show a little bit more because it's like you're not even satisfying me. So I'm whatever. I'm
Mhm.
finna let you have it. Like,
Mhm.
you know.
Mm-hmm.
Then you can see you dealing with somebody that's maybe actually toxic.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting. Okay. Wow, man, we got heavy like 10 minutes in.
Mm-hmm.
It's been heavy ever since.
Mm-hmm.
Please continue.
Okay. Let's see. Is age difference a significant concern in a relationship, and why?
That's one of those things that depends.
Mm-hmm.
If you notice, a lot more older people
Mm-hmm.
are appearing more youthful.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that opens up barriers that should not be. You know what I mean? Like, you'll have 40-something-year-old women sitting up here talking about high school students and college students,
Mm-hmm.
like, and actually dating them and pursuing them and like thinking that that's a part of your world, when the reality is the connection that you have with the men your age doesn't exist.
Mm-hmm.
Now, when you hear the woman talking about those men, oh, they're everything negative that she can think of,
Mm-hmm.
but you're pursuing children.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Now let's flip that back on the men.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of these men out here cannot relate to women in their age group,
Mm-hmm.
you know, because let's be honest, you stop taking care of yourself after a certain age, right? Everything is money.
Mm-hmm.
So you're not exercising, you're not making sure your body is strong, you're not eating right,
Mm-hmm.
so you're not processing right, so you get ED.
Yeah, they do.
So you get ED. Let's be honest. You know what I'm saying? And the reality is, a lot of the women in their age group, for men, they can't keep up with them.
Mm-hmm.
So now you looking down to this younger woman
Mm-hmm.
because the connection seems easier,
Mm-hmm.
right? The sex is easier,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Mm-hmm.
Because she's a sexual being, is high
Mm-hmm.
during that time. So it's more of a honeymoon type thing
Mm-hmm.
than it is for a reality type thing
Right.
that the women in your age group would bring you to.
Mm-hmm.
We just toxic, man.
Mm-hmm.
We'll become a toxic society.
It's
And
crazy.
the sad part about it is, as we continue forward, the way that we're doing the world is starting to it's spreading around the world.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you noticed this, but like, you know how they have the Arabian women and they have the long
Mm-hmm.
thing, and they always have their bodies covered.
Mm-hmm.
So now there's a revolution. They're going against the old Sephardic ways
For what?
because they want to be more American. They want what is it called? Feminism and woman power. All stemming because of what's happening in the United States.
That's crazy, because usually my definition, or if I had to put a picture next to feminine, I would put a woman that's dressed modest,
Mm-hmm.
well taken care of, with her skin and her health care, stuff like that, covered up. Why you got to be out here looking like sexy red? But
This is what they desire.
who?
You're not. This is what women are desiring. It's a group, a herd mentality thing. If they can do it, I can do it. You know what I mean? I'm empowered because I'm showing you my body, so I'm empowered.
But showing your body off ain't gonna do nothing but give you like the wrong type of attention.
I try to tell them like,
So I mean, which I kind of which kind of ties into how you should dress and how you should carry yourself as a woman. But I ain't got time for that rant because people gonna be talking about some, oh, well, why we can't be sexually liberated? Why we just can't be cute? You dressing cute.
Listen.
Come on now.
Every single time that I heard I'm dressing cute when I was growing up, it was always something extremely short, extremely tight, extremely revealing. It was always that. Oh, this is so cute, but it's not cute. It's whorish. Because certain women have to dress like that to go out in the streets to go get money.
Right.
And so now it becomes a reality to dress this way on every event. I went into the mall one day and there was a chick literally walking around in there with a see-through bodysuit on. How do you pull that off in public?
In the mall?
In the mall.
Cordova Mall.
Mall.
Ain't nothing.
Man, you can go to the gas station on a Sunday and see people that's going to the beach now. Now you understand how that goes. So you going to the beach, but I can see everything. Like it's not. And then have you seen the new bikinis? The new bikinis that show the side meat?
Yeah.
On the weenie or whatever. So I'm looking like, okay, so it's just more and more. That's not. We got to be honest and put blocks where they go. Okay. The world we're living in, the construct that we're living in, the toxicness that we're living in is European. This is all European design where you have public baths and everybody gets naked, nude beaches, or sending your boys to go do what is it called? Athletics. What were the Roman athletes called? Like gladiatorship.
Gladiators.
Like they used to make the boys wrestle naked. Go look at the history books.
Disgusting.
You see what I'm saying? All of this stuff is a European mind. It's a Eurocentric mindset. This nakedness and showing and revealing everything to the world is a Eurocentric mindset. That's the toxic avenue of it, right? Because there are places that you can go in the world where people don't recognize nakedness the same way. You see what I'm saying? So you can go there and you'll see this tribe. This woman may have her breast out, but in their culture, that's a symbol of where the child feeds. You know what I'm saying? Or that's the nurturing that goes into so they're not looking at it like, oh my God, wow, look, she got her cleavage popped all up. She got, you know what I'm saying? It's not that same type of hunger for that, that comes from the American and the European side. You know what I mean? It's different. It's perverted.
It is.
Now we have to go a step further. Well, I have to ask this question first. A person that dresses like that, do you feel that their mindset is in the right space to be called a wife? Why not?
Because you're not leaving nothing to the imagination for the outside world. You pretty much showing your husband good self.
Interesting. You know how many women will fight you on that?
Yeah. But it's the truth. Think about it.
It is.
If you are married and you are only for your husband, why are you showing everybody what you got going on? It don't make sense to me.
Me neither.
But let them know it. Oh my gosh, she's so cute. She dressed so cute. Your outfit's so cute. Girl, where is it? Where's the rest of it?
Wow.
But it's everywhere now. It's in schools. Because I seen dang on high school students with short mini skirts on. And I was like, that ain't against dress code? They was like, no. I was like, ain't no way. Because when we was in high school, it had to be below the knee, not above. So they got all their thighs out.
In high
crop
school.
tops, belly button piercing. I'm like, this is high school, not college.
Right.
I would understand if it was on the FAMU campus. But this is Pine Forest. What y'all got going on? It's perverted.
It's perversion.
Because why would you, first of all, as a parent, why would you allow your child to walk out the house like that to school?
Well, they walk out the house like that to school.
But why?
The parents walking out the house like that.
I
That's where
know,
they got
but
it from.
why? Like, you got to lead by example. I feel like when you become a parent, your level of maturity should shift. Okay, I'm a parent, so I definitely have a girl, so I need to lead her in a certain way. I'm not finna be out here talking about my booty hole brown and all this other stuff when she's watching. Kids watch everything you do and mimic.
Right.
So
you're not only are you a wife, you're not a wife, but you're also grooming the next generation of non-wives. Okay? So let's be honest. Women control sex. Men control the ring. So if the woman is broadcasting and displaying sex to the world, the man is going to retract the ring. So there's no need for me to even go into that realm with you because everybody knows what I already have. So it's not special. So I'm not in love with it. I just want to do what everybody else want to do with it.
It's even in the churches now.
Oh, church is horrible, man. Church is horrible. I went to a funeral one time recently, and I saw so many thigh tattoos, and I'm talking about like the whole tattoo, like this. And then you sit down and you keep pulling down and keep having to do this and do that. And I'm like, why are you in here like that? This is not the place for that. Like,
because they just now to go to church, you got to look cute. You got to be stepping on these other girls' necks and all this other stuff.
The women, when I were growing up, you know what cute was? They would have a pencil skirt on down to their knees, if not longer. They had their pumps on. And it was still stuff going on in the church then too. Now, don't get it twisted. But the modesty that came with knowing that that's not presentable for a woman was understood. You didn't have to define it for each, each person individually. What the fuck? Have you seen the pictures of the children that they put online? They get the children dressed all up and then they put the little girls online. The little girl got weave on and eyelashes on. She got nails on and a mini skirt.
I saw one little lady, she posted her kindergartner. She had like a little bob. She had like some manicure French tip nails and lashes and makeup. And I was like, by the time you pick her up from school, that bob is not going to be bobbing no more. Them lashes finna be gone and all them nails finna be popped off.
So, but why are you putting that on a child? Where is your mental state? So is that retardation? What?
It might be.
So we've gone into a new era of mental illness? Let's do it. Okay. All right. Now we go continue forward. Wow. Very interesting.
Can you successfully navigate a long distance relationship? Why or why not?
Yes, in my opinion. Only if, in my opinion, the people are congruent with taking care of themselves and each other. And if that's a priority for those people to make sure that, they stay connected no matter what, then a long distance relationship can work. But it takes mature people.
It do.
You know what I mean? It takes very mature people to do that because I'm not even gonna lie, it can get hard sometimes to be in a long distance relationship. It's a lot of tensions and stress and things that the normal up and down, like say if you're sitting next to your partner and y'all going through ups and downs or whatever may be happening, then you can, they're right there with you. You navigate it together. But when you're going through ups and downs, they way over there and you way over here, that line is the tension is pulling the line like it's tight, like it's ready to snap, at any moment. So it really takes mature people to navigate life from a distance.
Yep, you do.
What you think? You think you can do it?
I think I can. I've done it before.
You done it?
I've done it before.
For a long time?
It was like a year and a half.
That's a pretty long time. That's a real long time.
That was actually my previous relationship.
How often did you feel like you needed to see that person in order to keep things going?
Well, in person, we saw each other, I would say about either every other weekend and sometimes every weekend. But on FaceTime, it was every day.
Every other weekend, FaceTiming every day. If you didn't have that, y'all wouldn't have lasted?
I don't think so.
If like say for instance, if the FaceTime was like maybe once a week, but y'all talked on the phone all the time, and then maybe you saw each other like every 3 months, it wouldn't have lasted.
Probably not.
Why not?
I don't know, because I feel like it goes along with love languages. Like our love language was pretty much the same. So quality time was a big one for both of us. So, we just made it work.
I see. I see. A lot of money spent.
I wouldn't say a lot of money spent. I wouldn't say a lot of money.
Traveling back and forth?
No. At this time, my gas tank was filled up at least $30, so it wasn't nothing.
Oh yeah. Oh now, yeah.
And I could get there with at least like 3/4 of a tank.
Oh, you can get to where he was 3/4 tank. Oh, so that's not bad. That's less than a day's trip. Oh, I see.
Just a couple hours.
Oh man, that's like Tallahassee.
No, it wasn't Tallahassee. It was Atlanta.
That's even closer.
No.
So
Well, the outskirts of Atlanta, yeah, but when you get inside, you traveling another hour.
Oh yeah, that is
And
true.
then that traffic now.
That is very true.
The traffic ain't nothing to play with.
Let me make my post. Let me make it public right quick. Wow. I think my edit privacy. Okay, it's public. There we go. I just made it public. Change. And now our comments should pop up.
Yay.
Oh, we don't got no comments.
We don't?
No, not yet. Not on mine. People just listening. Would you do a long distance relationship again?
Yep, I would.
You would? Do you feel safer in that type of thing versus being... Do you trust a person being more in your face, or in that situation, was it more trust?
I feel like it was more trust because we communicated all the time. So we had like time to like actually learn each other and stuff like that. I don't know. In person, I just feel like it feels different. Like, I don't know. I'm just not I don't know how to describe it. It's a gray area.
Oh, okay. At least you admit that gray area.
I said I'm transparent. You don't need to hide nothing now.
Amazing. Okay, I feel you. Let me take a little sip of the Milos here.
Milos. I feel like Milos changed their recipe.
Bro,
It don't taste the same.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. I thought it was me. We used to get the big jug and turn it up because we was playing basketball, and it was so refreshing. And now this tastes like
Tastes like a little watered down.
They use filtered water. It's only filtered water, pure cane sugar, and lemon juice.
They changed the recipe. Because I could have swore back in the day it was at least some high fructose corn syrup in there.
Oh, that's what it was. No, they don't have. There's no more of that in here.
Because it was way sweeter.
Fructose
like
corn syrup.
Sweet. Like somebody's grandma made it.
Well, at least. Oh, and then look, it's women owned. Zero waste, BPA free, and whatever that means. So they simplified
I got a question. How far away was her long distance relationship? Okay, so my long distance relationship was about 5 hours away in Atlanta. I mean, she wanted to know.
Atlanta's 4 hours away, isn't it?
Go to time change. Hour
Oh
ahead.
yeah, that's true.
And then
that's
again,
true.
that traffic.
Going down
hours.
I-85. And I hated 30.
Don't take it.
Man, I hated
Atlanta
that.
bypass the whole time.
Oh my God, I hated that traffic.
Downtown Atlanta.
That was the worst traffic. I thought Houston was bad, but Atlanta during rush hour? Oh my God. You might as well just get ready to spend the night.
I used to try to leave at a certain time, like either late, like right after work or school, and then get there like 9, 10, or early in the morning, like 5 a.m.
Right.
Because that
traffic is killing, man.
you're just going to be sitting there wasting gas.
Yep, all day. Who that is? Oh, Crust. So shout out Fresco Recordings. He's walking by. That was creepy the way you entered the door, man.
Real.
You cut. Oh man. All right, we'll talk to you in a minute, man. We talk about relationship stuff. Fabio's actually married to a very wonderful person named Joanna, and they're a good example. And because I've been privileged to know them for a while. So, you know what I'm saying, just to kind of see the dynamic of how they navigate things and how they always put the effort forward to keep each other in a balanced state of mind.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? It's dope. It's respectful.
I love it.
So
I've been in one for a year. Mine's in New York. That's a long way. New York City.
who said that? Who is that? LaKendra?
Are you driving or flying, or is he flew you out, girl? He flew you out. I want to know. Mm-hmm. It's like a day in driving, I think. I
Yeah.
wouldn't be able to do it.
Yeah, you too far away.
Flying, and yes, I'm in Texas. Oh yeah, you cross country from him.
Interesting. I didn't even know she had moved.
At least you getting your Sky Miles. That's all I gotta say. Get your Sky Miles, girl.
That is true. Run up
Use
that credit
mine so
card.
you
I
can
did
run
learn
up
that part.
mines.
You know, I'm trying to learn credit now, and that has been it's been a journey.
Mm-hmm.
Like because and I know this is segueing from the Love Chronicles, but I feel like you know what I'm saying maybe we gotta get some good advice because I've been dealing with cash. I'm used to spending cash on everything. So when I stepped into the realm of now I want to do the credit game and try to get my credit right and get all this stuff going. The cash says like it because it's a different way of doing it. Like it's not the same type of I don't even know how to explain it, but I'm pretty sure somebody out there can agree with that.
My dad.
You know, oh, your dad did the same
rare
thing?
he gonna use that card. He gonna try for his hardest to pay with cash. He don't care. He gonna pay with cash.
Because I came from an era of my grandma used to always say, "Don't you go put nothing in your name. Don't put nothing in your name. You don't need no credit card. This, that, and the third." And that kind of it stuck with you. You know what I'm saying? Because I mean, of course, they're coming from a different era, but now in this world that we're in now, it's like that is the way to make things move. You know what I mean?
Everything revolves around credit. Everything.
Have you had trouble with that, or you naturally
I feel like I have because my parents they told us, hey, don't get no credit card. Every credit card we used to get as kids, they used to cut up and throw away.
Right, mine too.
So I became like that. Was okay, I don't need it. But now, like looking into things like for my business and for myself, I need the credit. Like they like, girl, you don't have no credit. I'm like,
and it's just as bad as having bad credit.
it is.
You know what I'm saying? So you like in this place, in this limbo place until you're not, till they decide you're not anymore.
It sucks. I really feel like they need to be teaching that a lot more often, like especially starting in the kids. Like they need to start. I want my child to establish credit like early and know, okay, what to spend your money on, what not to spend your money on, stuff like that. Like be financial literate.
On both sides.
On both sides.
I see. Well, we got the literacy to how to manage cash and how to, get paid, cash a check, put this towards this, put that towards that, put that towards that. Your bills paid, what you have left over, you save it. That's always been the way.
I don't think nobody saves anymore.
You can't, because if you're the new paradigm thing is if you're holding money in an account, that money is losing value every second. So the money that you put in there, or the amount of value, we won't call it money, the amount of value that you put in there is going to be even less value tomorrow. So it behooves you to go ahead and invest it into something or get rid of it. You know what I mean? It's a crazy world, man.
Well, they said like the U.S. dollar just lost some type of value to it. Like it's not.
Again?
It don't hold the same weight.
Again?
And they all leaning like towards cryptocurrency and all that type of stuff.
I got crypto.
That's good. You gonna need to toast the class on how people can get it and sell it.
Okay, I can do that.
Because that's what it seemed like.
That's the next what? That's the
next
wave.
Wave, like Bitcoin and all that.
Bitcoin, yep. Ethereum.
I wish I would have knew about that Bitcoin thing. I wish I would have knew. I was on Twitter. I was like, dang, it's fine.
That was 2014 when it started blowing up. Yep, that's a whole new thing. And so you know what else? People think it's dead. People think crypto is dead, but it's not.
It's not.
It's not dead. Well, it's been reduced from this side of the world. It's only like if you know, you know. So literally the BRICS, the Russia, China, Japan, Africa, they're the ones, they're already spending crypto on everything.
Mm-hmm.
That's how they're trading. So when we have this thing going on where BRICS is saying we don't want America involved, so it's like how children be. They make a group and then they don't want to play with you because you didn't want to play with them when you was up, like that type of game. So now we've created this landscape, and we've created this landscape, and we're already using that landscape, right? So if you want in, you out of gas because who's gonna teach you? All of the crypto experts from this side of the world are being called to that side of the world. You know what I'm saying?
Like they formed an alliance.
Interesting.
My grandma used to say the credit cards was right. My grandma used to. As soon as she see it, she cutting it up. She throwing it away. She going about her day. Don't call her for it. She's gonna hang up on you on that little wall phone.
That's facts. Everything was analog. So now we have everything digital, even the money. Oh, wow. Okay, so we're going back to the relationship questions now.
Okay.
Hope y'all learned something from out of that. Who was that right there?
Raymond Gibson.
Facts. That's what I'm saying. They didn't play that.
They didn't.
They didn't play that, man. There was no need for you to go piling all that stuff up on your name because it had adverse results.
I feel like they did that with layaway, but layaway was different. It didn't involve like your credit and stuff like that.
Right.
Like, boy, my mom and daddy layaway down, honey.
Oh yeah.
Boy.
Walmart and Toys R Us. Especially at Toys R Us. Toys R Us every year for Christmas. Toys
every year.
Layaway, all that stuff.
You see the whole room full of toys because people just put it.
Put it on layaway.
Must be nice.
Put it on layaway.
Well, I feel like they got that now, but it's like buy now, pay later, like Klarna and all that, and Afterpay.
Oh yeah.
I feel like that's the adult layaway to a certain degree.
That's ugly.
What?
That's ugly because it's still digital. It's still digital. That's the only reason I'm saying what I'm saying. Because it's still digital. Dang, my phone don't want to charge it at all.
Okay, so our last question is it okay to have different political beliefs in a relationship? Why or why not?
Yes, of course.
Some people will fight you about that.
Really?
Some people really get into disputes about who they vote for and stuff like that.
Why?
I don't know why we're so big on politics here. I don't know.
I mean, why would you allow that to be the deciding factor on if you be with somebody or not?
Because this world is crazy.
What, do you think that would be enough to make you be like, you know what, I don't want this? Someone's like, you finna go vote for Obama. And whatever. So you finna go vote for Obama. And then they like, no, I want to go vote for Biden. You gonna split up with them? So stupid.
I personally wouldn't.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking too. I wouldn't do that either.
Okay, so we have a question. How do you all feel about a man dominating the relationship? In my opinion, I don't have a problem with that. I actually sometimes feel like the man is supposed to be the leader. He's supposed to be like the dominating factor because that's just how I was raised. I do feel like most women are supposed to be a little bit submissive because you're not the leader, you're not the head of the household, and yeah, that's how I was raised. So I mean, you could just take that with a grain of salt.
No, that's actually the truth though.
Well,
because
the truth.
And you were in a dynamic with your mom and your dad too. So and you naturally saw even though they worked together as a team, your dad was still the head of the house. And that's what I saw because I raised by my grandparents a lot of my life. So, and my grandma would run her mouth. But at the end of the day, my granddad, he only had to say one or two words and everything was understood.
That's how my granddad was.
And the dominance was more so not something that had to be forced on the family. It was just a natural respect and order that came. And it did not mean that the woman was weak. It never meant that because when they took us to church, we would see multiple families that had the same dynamic. You know what I mean? And they appeared to be flourishing. Higher mindset, You know what I mean? Able to gather more resources for themselves and do a lot more for themselves because of that natural order. But I don't know. Today is just it's different.
But what's your follow-up question? If you could type it fast.
Breezy, if you can hear me, I'm coming.
Is it on my page or yours? I think
My
it's typing
follow-up
on
question?
your page.
Oh, he's typing it on my page?
I think so.
I don't know if I can see it. Hold on. Well, because these questions are coming from my page. Hold on. Let's see. He may be typing it. What does that say? Okay. That was the question. Okay, so that's pretty cool. So we can show the questions and hide them. This is my man, Ray. All right. G, we waiting on that follow-up question, man. But in the meantime, we're going to continue forward. So what was the last question you had?
I asked it about political differences.
Political differences.
In a relationship.
I don't think that's enough to end a relationship. I don't think that it should be enough to end a relationship. Because if you allow something that small and minute to take you away from the person that you supposedly love and are committed to, then that means that the love and commitment was never there. And you were looking for a reason to leave. Which I believe a lot of people are doing in this time. They're looking for reasons to leave the relationship.
Okay, so your follow-up question is, do you think 50-50 works? I have been with the same woman for almost 29 years. Oh, my goodness, that's amazing. I don't feel the need to dominate. It's been 50-50 on a consensus can be reached. I honestly think 50-50 should work exactly probably how y'all working it. However y'all work it out. Like if he pay bills and you take care of the house, stuff like that. It all depends on the relationship. But I feel like 50-50 is supposed to be 50-50.
I agree. I agree with the 50-50 rule. Because individually it would be 100-100. And when you come together, you're looking to take some of the load off of the person that you're with. And they should be wanting to do the same thing for you. So 50-50 is only natural. Baby, can you do this for me? And then she may come back tomorrow and, baby, can you do that for me? Yes, ma'am. No, you know what I'm saying?
Compromise.
And it helps the relationship stay tethered, like it's stronger that way. You know what I mean? When you know you can depend on somebody and they got your back. You know, all this stuff we talking about, I work my fingers to the bone and my wife just sit up and watch TV all day. That's not, because idle hands is the devil's workshop. Okay.
Wow.
So we're supposed to look out for each other.
That's
community.
I would be pissed. Like, honestly, I would be pissed if I was a man and I went and worked all day. I'm tired. I'm hungry. I come home and you just sitting there watching Housewives. What did you do this whole time I was gone? The house dirty.
She did her makeup and made a TikTok video.
Ma'am. But I digress.
Okay. So, yes, G, 50-50 is honorable. You guys have been together for 29 years. There is no way that you would have made that without the natural order of life, you know. And those things, those type of realities that we were used to seeing growing up have become slimmer and slimmer. They become rare. So it's important for relationships like what you and your wife have to be seen out here in the public so that we continue to have those type of examples. You know what I mean? And something to look forward to in our later years. And the belief in love can continue to be there. You know what I mean? Because with what we're being shown now in this world today, it's depleting the way that we look at love. And it's almost like it's non-existent. You know what I'm saying? I laugh about a lot of stuff and make jokes and stuff, but at the end of the day, having somebody that really has your back so you can have their back, you know what I mean, is absolutely important. Like, it's important.
It's amazing to have.
You can't even have a business without having people that have your back.
Sure can.
You know? You gotta have people need people. Community needs people. You know, and when you step away from those type of dynamics, like some people have been friends for 50 years. You know, and they'll pick up their phone so quick. such and such, my light bill is short. How much you need? And it's just like that.
And it's paid.
And it's paid. That's still 50-50 relationship. And they just friends. You know what I mean? We need those type of dynamics back in the world. We need that.
I know my parents have like type friends like that. It's because they do for other people. They're not always just receiving. They do for other people.
Right.
And I want that relationship. I want friends like that.
They out there. Good people are still out here in this world now. They're still, I mean, as much
I'm not
as
doubting you.
I mean, you're a good person. I feel like I'm a good person sometimes. So good people. Yeah. What?
Why not all the time?
What you mean? It's situational. Sometimes look, when people start, if people come at you sour when they come take the Uber ride, you gonna get on them.
Heck yeah.
Okay, so you're not always a good person.
Check your energy before you get in this car, or you can walk or get another one, because I'm not finna do it with you.
Right.
I mean,
so sometimes you got to go there with people. That's what I mean.
I call it tough love.
Well, tough love then. So, but that reality for community is what we have to stand on. We've always been 50-50. I grew up watching my grandma cook food for the drunks across the street who were not taking care of themselves, and she would call me to come take their food over to them to make sure that they ate. And they don't supply her with anything in return except just being a friend. You know what I mean? But to have somebody that's thinking about you, you know, that's important. Like, man, I sit in the house by myself and my whole day will pass by and my family don't reach out. I don't reach out to them. We don't reach out to them. And that's sad. You know what I mean? Because we all grew up together. We're supposed to be each other, you know? So yeah, I think that 50-50 is good. He made another comment.
I love her enough to compromise to make her happy. Oh. That is so amazing. Like, we need more people like you in the world, because
you met G's wife? G got a show here.
He do?
Yeah, he got Truth with G. And the Truth with G, and then his wife Renee. You never met her? They're really good people, man.
They seem like amazing people from what I'm seeing and reading.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So it's still good people out here. I guess we're gonna shut this down. It's already 12:10.
Okay.
We're gonna start a little late, but we appreciate everybody for tuning in today. Unless you had anything else to say. The floor is yours. We appreciate everybody for tuning in today. And we hope that you guys are getting something from this Love Chronicles. You know what I'm saying? Because we're just bringing different perspectives to the forefront so we can discuss them and kind of talk about it and get community involvement, which we are getting a lot more of. So we appreciate that. If you guys have questions or anything like that,
don't hesitate to message them to me. You can send them through my messenger, or you can send them in through like the email. It should be an email on our page, but I'll tell you it. It's Beauty and the Brains Podcast. It's spelled just like how I say it. Okay. At gmail.com. So if you send them in, I'll read them. Okay. All
right. And your questions could pop up on future shows. So do not hesitate. Also, when we're in the studio, you can call us 850-221-0396 because we do like to take your comments and your questions over the air too. So with that being said, we are actually going to break away and enjoy the rest of this day. And we hope that you guys do the same. And tune back in with us next week. We'll be back here to continue our Love Chronicles. What is this, a dialogue? Dialogue. Peace.
Bye, y'all.